Formationis Ordinis is a legal document of the Order of Friars Minor Capuchins on formation. It was promulgated on 8th December 2019. It has 3 chapters. They are Chapter 1, Francis, our brother. Chapter 2, Dimensions of Formation from a Capuchin Franciscan perspective. Chapter 3, Stages of Formation in the Capuchin Franciscan perspective. A key paragraph of the decree of promulgation states this way: that all our circumscriptions shall update their own Ratio Formationis in harmony with Ratio Formationis Ordinis. This will ensure a consistency in formation, keeping up the identity and charism of the order. The Gospel suffices. The rule, the constitutions, the Ratio Formationis, or any other document of the Church or the order are tools to help us live more intensely and fruitfully according to the Holy Gospel, which is our form of life, states the preamble. And the key phrase is, Saint Francis fell in love with the word and life of Jesus. Objective: the ultimate aim of the Ratio Formationis is to strengthen our unique charismatic identity throughout the formation process. That is, to reinforce the values shared and accepted by all, which in turn are embodied in distinct cultural contexts.
Chapter 1, Francis, our brother. Subdivision 1, Silence. This section exhorts us to discover who we are. It says, anyone running away from himself never finds himself. Subdivision 2, Encounter. Discovering oneself gives us the courage to encounter the other. Subdivision 3, Desire. The encounter makes our desire more holistic. This section also says that conversion consists precisely in changing our way of looking at things, moving from indifference to compassion, allowing what we see to affect and transform us. Subdivision 4, The Canticle. The holistic vision of oneself enabled Francis to embrace the universe as a brother, where everyone and everything becomes a brother, a sister.
Chapter 2, The Dimensions for Formation from a Capuchin Franciscan perspective. The introductory section of this chapter elaborates on the term bonum. It says, bonum, the good, is the thread drawn from our charism that links all the dimensions. Subdivision 1, the charismatic dimension, the gift of being a lesser brother. The primacy of goodness lies at the heart of Franciscan vision of life. Brotherhood and minority are marks of our identity. Subdivision 2, the human dimension, learning to be brothers to all. This section speaks of formation as a process of assimilation and transformation. Assimilate the value of brotherhood and transform to be a brother to all. Subdivision 3, the spiritual dimension, learning to desire. Jesus occupies the center of our desires. To be a lesser brother consists precisely in having his sentiments and principles, his relational style, his way of understanding and living life, his capacity to direct his every desire towards the good. Subdivision 4, the intellectual dimension, learning to think with the heart. For anyone choosing fraternal life, some elements are indispensable. They are a capacity for relationships, an open mind, tolerance, and flexibility. Life in brotherhood requires us to protect the gifts of the brothers, accepting the richness of diversity and overcoming fear. Subdivision 5, the missionary pastoral dimension, learning to proclaim and build brotherhood. The Son's mission constitutes in becoming our brother, so that we could become sons of God and learn to live together as brothers. Brotherhood and mission are our reason to exist, and it is the quality of our relationships, not pastoral efficiency, that defines our charism and makes us genuine witnesses of the gospel.
Chapter 3. The Stages of Formation in the Capuchin Franciscan Perspective. Subdivision 1. Of Formation, the art of learning to be lesser brothers. Our one vocation as lesser brothers, without distinction, can be lived in two ways: clerical or lay. The latter, too, is a complete way of life, both at the human and spiritual levels. In vocation ministry and in the plans of our initial formation, this dimension of our vocation must be presented, promoted, and fostered. Subdivision 2. Principles of Formation. This section outlines three principles. They are brotherhood at the heart of the formation process, Franciscan accompaniment, and Franciscan discernment. Subdivision 3. Leading roles in formation. This section presents 7 agents who play the leading roles in formation. They are the Holy Spirit, the candidate, the church, mother and teacher, the formation fraternity, the formation team, the profile of the formator, and the poor. Subdivision 4. Stages of formation. There are 5 stages of formation. They are the ongoing formation, initiation into our life, the novitiate, the post-novitiate, and the specific initial formation. This chapter concludes by insisting on collaborative formation.
The order is deeply indebted to the selfless and tireless efforts of Brother Charles Alphonse, the General Secretary for Formation, and Brother Jamie Reyes Capa, the Vice General Secretary for Formation. They were the architects behind this Ratio Formationis Ordinis. Thanks to their years of hard work, our order has finally got a document on formation. This is an important milestone, but not the end of the journey. The groundwork has been laid, over which the Ratio Formationis Localis needs to be constructed. Thank you.